Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Widya Ruswindra. My number identity student is 211-011-821-0033. And today I will explain about vocabulary, video example, and another example. This is our first vocabulary is trapezoid. For pronunciation is trapezoid. In Indonesian, we say trapezium. Also known as a trapezium is a flat, closed shape having four straight sides with one pair of parallel sides. The parallel sides of a trapezium are known as the bases, and its non-parallel sides are called legs. This is an illustration about properties of a trapezoid. And this is a short base from A to D, and long base from B to C. And this is leg 1 from A to B, and leg 2 from D to C. And this is a type of trapezoid. The first is isosceles trapezoid. In isosceles trapezoid with equal length, I mean the non-parallel side. This is have some distance about AB equal DC. The second type is right trapezoid. This is an illustration. And right trapezoid have that one pair of right angle. And the third types of trapezoid is scalene trapezoid. This is a trapezoid that don't have equal sides or angle. Okay. Next is parallelogram. In Indonesian, we say jajar genjang. For pronunciation is parallelogram. Parallelogram is a plate shape that has four sides. The two sets of opposite sides are parallel and equal in length to each other. This is illustration for parallelogram. For in real life, this is an example, and this is another example. Next vocabulary is rectangle. In Indonesian, we say persegi panjang, and for pronunciation is rectangle. Rectangle is a flat shape with four sides and 90-degree angle with opposite side of equal length and two sides longer than the other two. Example, the rectangle is 5 centimeter long and 1.9 centimeter wide. And this is illustration about triangle. And in real life, we have door, computer, and books. And this is an example about rectangle in real life. Next is square. For pronunciation is square. In Indonesian, we say persegi. Square is a flat shape with four sides of equal length and four angle of 90 degrees. For example, it's a square shaped room, and second is a square has four right angle. And this is illustration for square. This is square A, B, C, D. In real life, we have window, toy block, and scale. Next, we have rhombus. In Indonesian, we say bola ketupat. For pronunciation is rhombus. Rhombus is a flat shape with four sides of equal length and four angles that usually are not 90 degrees. We know about the square have a similar with square, but in rhombus they usually are 90 degrees. This is example about rhombus. This is a rhombus 1 and this is rhombus 2, and this is example in rough in mirror. Next is sixth vocabulary is layang-layang. I'm sorry, sixth vocabulary is kite. In Indonesian we say layang-layang. For pronunciation is kite. A kite is a flat shape with straight side. It has two pairs of equal length adjacent next to each other side. This is illustration about kite. And in real life, children playing with kite in air. Next is circle. For pronunciation is circle. In Indonesian, we say lingkaran. A circle is a two-dimensional figure formed by a set of points that are at a constant or at a fixed distance, radius, from a fixed point center on the plane. For example, color paper was cut into a circle. A circle of chairs had been arranged in the center of the room. Draw a circle 30 centimeters in circumference. And this is shape about circle. This is a center point, this is a radius. Sorry. Okay, next is area. In Indonesian, we say luas. How pronunciation is area. Area is defined as the total space or total measure taken up by a flat two-dimensional surface or shape of an object. Example, you get the area of a rectangle by multiplying its length by its width. This is example how to get the area. And this is a rectangle. To get the area, we multiplying base and height. And this is a triangle. We multiplying about base times height. We dividing by 2. And to parallelogram, to get the area, we multiplying about base and height. And trapezium, to get the area value, we parenthesis we addition a and b times h dividing by 2, and to get area of circle is pi times r square. Okay, next vocabulary is perimeter. In Indonesian we say keliling. For pronunciation is perimeter. The perimeter is the outer edge. I'm sorry. Next vocabulary is the perimeter. Perimeter is keliling. For pronunciation is perimeter. The perimeter is the outer edge of a flat shape. Perimeter is also the distance or the length of the outer edge of a flat shape. This is an example about the perimeter. Perimeter formula. This is a triangle. The perimeter is A plus B plus C, in A equal AB, B equal BC, and C equal CA. And this is a rectangle. Perimeter is 2 times parenthesis width plus length. And the square is for A. In A is a side. And parallelogram, the formula is 2 times parenthesis A plus B. And rhombus, the perimeter is 4S. And here S is side. And the trapezoid, in the trapezoid, the perimeter is A plus B plus C plus D, and A is BC, B is AD, C is AB, and D is CD. And this is a formula parameter of kite is 2 times parenthesis A plus B. And this is a pentagonal. Pentagonal have 5 sides. The side is same value. So the parameter formula is 5 times S. Dimana S is side. And this is a hexagon. Hexagon have 6 sides. And this is 6 sides have a same value. So the parameter formula of hexagon is 6 times A. Next is circumference. In Indonesian, we say lingkar. For pronunciation is circumference. Circumference is the length surrounding a circular space or the distance around the edge of a circle or any curvy shape. It's a type of perimeter. This is example circumference of a circle, and this is a circumference. This is a circumference, and this is a circumference. We have a midpoint. So midpoint to circumference, and we say radius, and for point this to this, we say diameter. And function about circumference and D is C equals I times D, or function circumference and R is C equals 2 times pi times R. Next is video. Circles, radius, diameter, circumference, and pi. Okay, then this is we have the circle. Sorry, wait. This is a circle. And this is a circle. We have in the circle we have a midpoint or center point. From midpoint to everything is all point from the circle. We say radius. If the radius is 3, this is so the radius in this is 3, 2, and distance about from this to this, we say the diameter, and the distance that measure around the circle, we say circumference. And the symbol circumference is C, symbol radius is R, and symbol diameter is D. And we get ratio of the circumference to diameter. Oh, before we go to ratio, we know about the diameter is 2 times radius. This relationship between circumference and radius. Many thousand of years ago, people took the tape measure out and they kept measuring circumference and the radius. And they have the circumference is roughly 3 and the radius, the diameter roughly 1. And we have another circle, and people in many thousand years ago, their measuring circumference is 6 and the diameter is roughly 2. So the ratio of the circumference to the diameter is C over D equals roughly 6 over roughly 2, and they have ratio of the circumference to diameter is roughly 3. So maybe the ratio of the circumference, the diameter always fixed for any circle, but they got a better tape measure and they measuring again, and they have the circumference is roughly 3 the distance of circumference is not 3, but the roughly 3.1. And the diameter is fixed 1. So they get the better tape measure, and they get the circumference is 3.14159 blah 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 blah. So they call the value is pi, and this is symbol about pi. From this we get ratio of the circumference is C over D equal pi, and we subtract both sides by D, and we get C equals pi times D, and we know about diameter equals 2 times the radius, so we get C equals 2 times 2R, and we get circumference with diameter is equals 2 times pi times n. This is example. Let's say we have radius is 3 meter, and how about circumference? So we know about the formula circumference and radius is 2 times p times r, and we get radius is 3, so 2 pi times 3, and we get 6 pi meter. And we can also change pi with 3.1416, and we will get roughly 18 point blah 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 meter. And another example, let's say we have the circumference is 10 meter, and how about how about diameter, and how about radius? And we have function is circumference equals pi times d, and so the circumference is 10 equals pi times d, and we dividing both sides by pi, and we get the diameter equals 10 over pi. And we know about the radius value is 1/2 diameter. So the diameter is 10 over pi, and we get the radius value is 1/2 times 10 over pi, and we get the radius is the numerator and denominator we dividing by 2, and we get the radius value is 5 over pi. Next is example chapter 4. This is example 1. The ratio of the measure of the angle of a triangle are 2 to 7 to 9. Find the measure of the large angle. So this is the illustration. We have the ratio is 2 to 7 to 9. Let's say this is angle 9x, angle 7x, and angle 2x. And we know about from the ratio, we know about the large angle is 9. So the large angle will be 9x. So we want to know how about x value. So let's x the multiple, the angle, therefore 2x, 7x, and 9x. We know about the angle of triangle is 180 degrees. So the model is 2x plus 7x plus 9x equal 180 degree. So we times in left side. We addition in left side, and we get 18x equals 180 degree. So we're dividing both sides by 18, and we get x value is 10 degree. So the large angle are indeed 9x is 9 times 10 equals 90 degree. So the large angle is 90 degree. Next. This is example two couple of equal length are sporting a vertical antenna on a roof. Each is attached to the top of the antenna and to a spot on the rooftop. If the cable from a 40 angle with each other, what the measure of the angle from by the cable and the rooftop? This is an illustration from question we know about if the cable from 40 angle with to each other, and this is 14 for 40 degree, and we have from question we know about the equal length, so the from this and length this and length 1 and length 2 have same values, so the angle they have same value. So the cable and the rooftop from an isosceles triangle is an isosceles. The angle opposite the congruent side are congruent. So we get, let's ask the measure of each of these congruent angle. So we know about the total angle in triangle is 180 degree. So x times 14 degree equal 180 degree. So to x plus, I'm sorry, this x plus 14 degree, and we get 2x plus 40 degree equal 180 degree. So we subtract both sides with 40 degree, and we get the 2x equals 140 degree, and we dividing both sides by 2, we get the x value will be 140 degree over 2, and we have x value is 70 degree. This is the x value. So the measure of the angle from by the cable and the rooftop is 70 degree. This is next example is example 4. At some time on the afternoon, a fifth person casts a shadow that is 10 feet long, while a nearby flagpole casts a shadow that is 22 feet long. To the nearest foot, how tall is the flagpole? And this is an illustration. Shadow percent is 10 feet, and this is 6 feet about percent, and the percent shadow is 22, and we want to know how tall about flagpole. So we get the ratio from the illustration. This is from the illustration. We have we have the ratio is height of person over length of person shadow equals height of flagpole over length of flagpole shadow. Height of person is 6 feet and length of person shadow is 10 feet, and height of flagpole is h, we want to know, and length of flagpole shadow is 22, and we cross multiplying and we get 10h, and so 10h equals 132, and we dividing both sides by 10, and we get the h value will be 13.2. So The height of the flagpole to the nearest foot is 13 feet. Next, example 5. One of the shortest side of a rectangle is extended 10 units beyond a vertex, and a line segment is drawn from its new endpoint through the rectangle to the vertex opposite the vertex extended through. The segment cuts the side it's drawn through into two segments of 15 and 24 units. What is the area of rectangle? So this is an illustration. From the question, we know about the illustration. Suppose that we extend side BC through C to a new point, to a new endpoint A. This is endpoint A. The problem is tell us that CE is 10 units. The vertex opposite C is A, and we draw segment AA, which cut side CD at F. The problem tells us that DV is 24 and the FC is 15. And the diagram makes it clear that there are two similar right triangles, is triangle ADF and the triangle ACF. And from the illustration, we get the ratio since the corresponding side a similar triangle are in proportion. We have AD over AC. This is equal with DF over CF. So the AD is we want to know the value, and EC we know 10, and DF we know 24, and CF we know 15. So we operation with cross multiplying, we get AD equal 10 times 24. We get 240 over 15. And we get the AD value is 16 units. So the area of rectangle is 30. So the area of the rectangle is 39 times 16 equals 624 square unit. So that's all for me. If I have a mistake, I want to say sorry. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.